They didn't ask my name. They just smiled and pointed toward the kitchen. Parents like you usually help there. I nodded. I walked away quietly because sometimes the strongest revenge starts with silence. It was my daughter Emma's school party. She had been talking about it for weeks. "Mama, everyone's parents will come," she said excitedly. "Promise you'll stay the whole time." "I promise," I told her. The school hall was bright and loud, balloons everywhere, music playing, parents laughing in small groups. Most of them looked rich. Designer clothes, expensive phones, confident voices. I didn't look like them. I wore simple clothes. No jewelry, no makeup, just me. And that was enough for them to judge me. A woman approached me near the entrance. She looked at me quickly. My clothes, my bag, my shoes. Then she smiled, but it wasn't a kind smile. "The kitchen is at the back," she said. "You can help serve food." I was confused. "I'm a parent," I replied calmly. She laughed softly. "Yes, of course, but we all help. Some of us manage the guests, others help in the kitchen." Her eyes said everything. I looked at Emma. She was holding my hand tightly. I didn't want to cause a scene, so I smiled. "Sure," I said, and I walked to the kitchen. The kitchen was hot and crowded. 3 women were already there, pouring drinks and cutting cake. One of them looked at me and asked, "You're not staff, right?" "No," I said. She sighed. "They judge people." I tied on an apron. I served juice. I washed plates. I cleaned tables. I didn't complain. But inside, I was watching everything. What they didn't know was, I wasn't poor. I wasn't helpless. I was the woman whose company donated thousands to this school. The woman who paid for the new computers. The woman who sponsored this very party. But no one knew, because I never talked about it. After some time, I went to check on Emma. She was standing alone near the wall. Other children were playing games, laughing, ignoring her. I heard a boy whisper, "That's the helper's daughter." My chest tightened. Emma saw me and ran over. "Mama, can we go home?" she asked softly. Her eyes were full of tears. I knelt in front of her. "Did someone say something to you?" I asked. She nodded. "They said you work here, and I don't belong." That was the moment I stood up. Not angry, not loud, just done. The principal walked onto the stage with a microphone. "Before we continue," he said, "I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's event." Everyone clapped politely. "Our sponsor is here today." He looked around the room. Then he said my name. The room went silent. I felt every eye turn toward me. I walked forward, still wearing the apron. People whispered. The woman who sent me to the kitchen looked shocked. "Yes," I said calmly into the microphone. "I was in the kitchen." Silence. I was sent there because someone thought I belonged there. I looked directly at the woman. Her face turned pale. "I'm Emma's mother," I continued. "And I'm also the person who funded today's event." Gasps filled the hall. Phones came out. Faces changed. removed the apron and placed it on the table. The woman rushed toward me. "I'm so sorry," she whispered. "I didn't know." I stopped her gently. "That's the problem," I said. "You didn't know, and you didn't try to know." She had nothing to say. I looked at the crowd. "I don't mind helping," I said, "but today my daughter learned that people judge before they understand." Emma stood beside me, holding my hand. "I hope this school teaches children kindness better than some parents do." No one clapped. No one spoke. The principal apologized publicly. Parents avoided my eyes. Some looked ashamed. The woman who judged me never volunteered again. Emma, she walked out of that school with her head high. Not because of money, but because that day they learned who I was. And I learned something too. Never underestimate a quiet woman. They sent me to the kitchen, thinking I didn't matter. By the end of the party, they knew exactly who I was.